7 p.m. October 18th. Please rise for the Bucyrus City Council meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
McKeever?
Here.
Myers?
Here.
Wireball?
Here.
Potter?
Here.
Sherrick?
Here.
Spiegel?
Here.
Young?
Here.
All right, before you have the minutes for the October 4th, 2022 regular council committee meeting. Have you had a chance to look at it?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from October 4th. I'll second that.
I have a motion by Mr. Wireball, a second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. You also have before you the October 11th, 2022 special council meeting minutes. There are two corrections. In the second public participation, it says council member C. Aaron Deshawn. It needs to be Sherrick. And under Ms. Deshawn's comments regarding proposed legislation 239-2022, the third bullet at the end, the resolution should be 239-2022. Does anybody see any other additions or corrections?
I'll make a motion to accept those with the corrections.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Mr. Potter, a second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Granting participation for visitors to speak. Seeing none. Do we have any communications or petitions? Seeing none. Standing committee reports, plating,
I have nothing at this time.
public lands and buildings,
I have nothing at this time.
health and safety,
No report.
finance,
No report.
economic development,
No report at this time.
service,
No report.
traffic commission.
No report.
All right, moving on then. No, there's nothing to move or accept. Thank you. Yep, no, that's all right. Mr. Mayor,
All right, well, welcome back from vacation. You had a great time?
I'm here, but my brain isn't, so I warn you now.
All right. Busy couple of weeks. I think last weekend was probably the busiest in the city for events that I think we've ever experienced here. Thank you to Ohio State for having a bye week, but I think everyone who had events was pretty well happy with the crowds. And we had a special day at the airport, and we had a fly-in, nice crowd there, and a breakfast put on by Kiwanis. Thank you, Kiwanis, for that. Kevin Dutray, Fred Fisher was there. We had a ribbon cutting for the new airport runway, and they kind of organized the day. We also had Reardon McLean, a representative, and Senator Reineke came down for the day. So it was a great day. The airport's on the move. Linda Friend Memorial Spooktacular was Saturday, and spectacular crowd, very big crowd. Went through a lot of hot dogs and pizza. I think John, correct me if I'm wrong, when we were cleaning up there, I don't think there was any pizza or hot dogs left, right?
Nope.
Nope, it was eaten, yeah. And I think everyone went home happy. There was a lot of work that went into this. We had committees, I think it kind of starts, this week they put some things together, what they can do differently, and then it takes a good couple of months to fundraise and plan for everything. And that committee was led by Kelly Patterson, Jeff Wagner, John, of course, was on it, Chris and Shay Snobble, plus other volunteers. You can't do it without volunteers. People, then Kiwanis loaned us the popcorn machine too. We thank them for that. Several of us attended the Ohio Municipal League Conference in Columbus, and as usual, it was time well spent. Due to COVID, they haven't had it for a couple of years, so This was the first time we could get together with our colleagues in different cities, and you learn a lot, not only from the presentations, but you also learn quite a bit from just talking to people. So I always try to seek out people. What are you doing? What's going on in your city? And we always learn a lot that way. So one of the big topics of consideration was federal grants, which we've been working on and trying to get some ideas and how to apply for them. We've been working very closely with our state representative and our senator, and we're going to continue to do that. And we have a meeting with the EPA coming up. I think it's early next month about some grants too. So, and finally, you may have seen that Bucyrus lost one of its great citizens, Judy Howard Rohde. Did so much for this community. She was an exceptional person in every respect. Loved her community, along with the Buckeyes. A huge Buckeye fan. When you lose these folks, you know, we grew up with, and they go, it's a sad day. But we're blessed to have had their influence in anything that we did as she was there. So we extend our sympathy to her children, Julie, Jeff, Amy, and family, stepchildren and grandchildren too. So, and that's all I've got for tonight. Thank you.
Very much. Safety Service Director's report.
So here's Jeff's report. I have a referral, the ODOT bridge inspection to Public Lands and Buildings and Finance, and another referral, the 2023 OPWC project to Service and Finance, and we'd like to talk about those Thursday if we could. And we are currently taking job applications for general laborer, must have a Class B CDL. We have applications in the mayor's office on the second floor, or it's on the City of Bucyrus website. We are now locking the bathrooms at 3:30. Having a little bit of trouble with one of the doors sticking due to the cool weather, and so we don't like to have it being open all night. So when our guys go home at 3:30, we're locking them then. Jeff, as a thank you to all the employees and the community businesses and civic groups that helped out at the Linda Friends Spectacular event. We could not put it on without everyone helping. Also a thank you to WQEL, North Central Ohio Media Group, for the great candy giveaway and all the promotions on the radio. They jumped in with both feet and really made a difference. As before, Kiwanis was thanked for the popcorn. Ida Fote and Gordon Grove for helping to pop the popcorn. And it was a busy place. So the bike winners were drawn today, and they'll be posted on the website this coming Friday or on Facebook page. We had a traffic accident on Crossroads early Monday morning actually, and they're going to be out for a while for parts. So we think we're going to try to work something up in the meantime. The control box was taken out by the driver, and so we have a stop sign in place as you exit Crossroads there. North and south traffic has the right of way, of course, and please use caution for your patience, especially if you're going to Crossroads Candle event this weekend. So, yeah, so. And then the paving, as you might have seen, is underway at the square. Actually, the milling is finished, and the paving will be done by the end of this week, weather permitting. That's it.
All right,
Thank you.
anybody have any questions for the mayor regarding his report or the Safety Service Director's report? All right, moving on, Ms. Schiffer?
What about law director?
Oh, I'm sorry. I put a mark and, sorry. Mr. Law Director?
No worries. In your packets, you had resolutions number 238 as well as 239. That would be the hiring of Ms. Olivick and paying her, as well as the tax rates that we had to certify from the county auditor. At the special meeting that I was not able to attend. I guess there were some questions or some procedural things, and obviously we were supposed to have tried to have a special meeting today, which did not occur. So we have these pieces of legislation. I believe all of the dates were corrected. I believe, and obviously it's you guys' legislation, but if you were so inclined, we could pass both of these as a council as a whole, as written, or obviously if you needed to modify them. Simply, we would need to suspend the rules, and obviously somebody would need to make a motion to suspend the rules and to approve these pieces of legislation without having them first go through committee. I think that the question on the tax rates one was pertaining to an exhibit, which was corrected and placed on documents on demand or whatever. So if you guys were so inclined, we could proceed on those pieces tonight. Other than that, unless there are any questions, I have nothing to report.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
I make a motion to suspend the rule of council, specifically 111.11 and 111.14 for proposed resolution, excuse me, number 238-2022, the council clerk, and proposed resolution 239-2022, the tax rates, to be brought before council without coming from committee, to be voted on as is.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Wireball. Do we need to do a roll call vote?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, just go off your first page. So McKeever,
Yes.
then Wireball.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick, no. Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Ms. Schiffer?
Thank you, Madam President. I have no report this evening and no referrals.
Wow.
You feeling okay?
I've been too busy to think up anything, okay?
All right, you have before you also the treasurer's report.
I'll make a motion to file and approve and file that, or file it, whatever. What do we
Accept
do?
and file.
Accept and
Yes,
file.
that's it, accept and file. That was the A word I was looking for, sorry.
I have a motion by Ms. Sherrick, a second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And I don't believe we have anything from Chief Ossenheimer or Chief Schwemley. So may I have a motion to accept the city officers' reports as presented?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Sherrick, a second by Mr. Spiegel. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Visitor input regarding the standing reports of the special committees and city officers? Seeing none. Consideration of proposed legislation for the first time.
Ordinance number 48-2022, amending and supplementing ordinance number 54-2021, being the annual appropriations ordinance for 2022, the appropriating from unappropriated general funds the sum of $750 to the capital outlay line item being within the police department category, within the program 1, security of persons and property, subparagraph, further by appropriating from unappropriated sewage disposal funds the sum of $52,000 to the personal service line item being within the sewage disposal operations and maintenance category, within the sewage disposal subparagraph, and finally by appropriating from unappropriated county sewer maintenance funds the sum of $2,000 to the materials and supplies line item and $10,000 to the other uses line item, with both aforesaid line items being within the sewage replacement category within the county sewer maintenance subparagraph and declaring an emergency. Ordinance number 49-2022, amending and supplementing ordinance number 54-2021, being the annual appropriations ordinance for 2022 by increasing the current balance in the contractual service line item by $40,000 within the street lighting category within the Program I Security of Persons and Property subparagraph within the general fund, and finally by decreasing the current, balance in the capital outlay line item by $42,500 within the lands and building category, and increasing the current balance in the materials and supplies line item by $2,500 within the civil service category, with both aforesaid line items and categories being within the Program 7 General Government subparagraph within the general fund, and declaring an emergency. Which one did I say wrong?
No, it is one. You said I.
Program I Security, do you want me to reread it?
It's program 1. You don't need to read it, but it's just program 1,
Okay,
not program I.
okay. Let's try with the glasses better, huh? Resolution number 238-2022, appointing Susan Zolovic to fill the position of Bucyrus Council Clerk on a full-time 40-hour-a-week basis throughout 2022 and 2023 at an hourly figure of $19.50 for 2022 and $20 for 2023, together with the available health insurance and sick leave entitlements, etc., for all non-union, non-elective, full-time, 40-hour-per-week city employees. Further, the clerk's 40 hour per week shall include her attendance at all regularly scheduled and specially called council meetings and regularly scheduled and specially called committee meetings. Further, the clerk shall be paid compensation of 1.5 times the basic hourly rate for hours worked over 40 hours when authorized by the council president. Said appointment retroactive to October 3rd, 2022, and declaring an emergency. Resolution number 239-2022, accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax rates and certifying them to the county auditor, and declaring an emergency. Resolution number 240-2022, authorizing and directing the Bucyrus Public Service Safety Director on behalf of the City of Bucyrus, Ohio, to advertise for bids and to enter into a contract or contracts not to exceed $2,091,957.36 with the lowest and best bidder or bidders for the Winford Nevada water line. Finally, authorizing and directing the Bucyrus City Auditor to draw a warrant or warrants in payment, therefore from the appropriate appropriation or appropriations, and declaring an emergency. Resolution number 241-2022, authorizing and directing the Bucyrus Public Service Safety Director on behalf of the City of Bucyrus, Ohio, to advertise for bids and to enter into a contract or contracts not to exceed $165,284.90 with the lowest and best bidder or bidders for the Mary Street sewer separation. Finally, authorizing and directing the Bucyrus City Auditor to draw a warrant or warrants in payment, therefore from the appropriate appropriation or appropriations, and declaring an emergency.
May I have a motion to accept these as the first readings?
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Spiegel. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Allowing for public participation regarding the legislation that's been read for the first time.
I have a question.
Sure.
I'm not really in favor of one of them because the numbers are not as we had previously discussed, which I'm not exactly sure how we bring up what was already discussed, but the fact that that was changed in front of everybody after, you know, there was kind of a gentleman's agreement beforehand, I have a serious issue with. So I don't know if there's anything we can do about changing figures, but I'm definitely opposed to it as written. But then I was also stopped on Sunday, and this is more for Brian. It was brought up to me that there's something in the Ohio Revised Code about an entity buying something from another entity, and if it's like a large amount, they have to take it to a vote. And that hasn't happened with the water for Nevada, and that we might be going into an illegal thing, but none of that was ever said before. So I was really kind of caught off guard by being approached by that, so I needed to ask that on record. If there's something that needs to happen, I mean, we're not the ones buying it, so I know we wouldn't have to be the ones getting the vote, but at the same time, would we be in trouble for selling them water if they have to go vote on it and haven't?
So there's something that Jeff Wagner and I talked about probably a year ago about Nevada and selling water, buying water. And I don't really remember what the nature of that was, but I'll look it up and let you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't see anything stopping us from continuing the project right now, but it is something that I think we should probably definitely look into and see if there could be an issue.
Before we turn the water on. No, yeah, I'll look at it. I know what you're saying. Somebody else brought that up, something to that effect, and I'll have to find it. I know Jeff Wagner and I had talked about it, but I don't really remember.
I say Wanda wrote down the ORC numbers, and I don't have them on me, but
Right.
you can ask her if she remembers what was said, but yeah. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, that came from left field, I didn't even know that that could be an issue. So,
Yeah, I think somebody at Nevada City Council brought it up one time, and then they had questions from Matt Crawl and myself and Jeff Wagner, but I'll circle back and look at that again.
okay, I just wanna make sure all of our i's are dotted and t's are crossed.
Thank you for bringing that up. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Referring back to the originating committee, proposed ordinance 48-2022 referred back to finance. Proposed ordinance 49-2022 referred back to finance. Proposed resolution 238-2022 referred back.
Not referred back, because it didn't come out of any committee.
38 and 39,
Yeah, they
scratch
just
that.
skipped.
Nope, sorry.
I apologize, I should have caught that. Proposed resolution 240-2022 referred back to finance, and proposed resolution 241-2022 referred back to finance. Committee report on pending legislation, finance.
Finance is favorable to proposed ordinance 48-2022, the appropriations. Finance is also favorable to proposed ordinance 49-2022, the transfers for street lighting, and then Finance is favorable to proposed resolution 240-2022, the Winford Nevada water line, and Finance is also favorable again to proposed resolution 241-2022, the Mary Street sewer project.
Further consideration of pending legislation, ordinance number 48-2022. For the second and third readings of proposed ordinance 48-2022, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Wireball and a second by Mr. McKeever.
Wireball,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes,
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 48-2022?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Young.
McKeever,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel.
Yes.
Ordinance number 48-2022 is duly adopted. Ordinance 49-2022 for the second and third readings of proposed ordinance 49-2022. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Wireball.
McKeever,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 49-2022?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Spiegel, a second by Mr. Potter.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wireball.
Yes.
Proposed ordinance 49-2022 is duly adopted. Can I do 38, 39, 238, 2? For proposed resolution 238-2022, for the second and third readings of proposed resolution 238-2022, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So moved. Second.
I'm sorry, who seconded? Okay. I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Young.
McKeever,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
No.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed resolution 238-2022?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Spiegel.
McKeever,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Nope.
Resolution 238-2022 is duly adopted. Resolution 239-2022 for the second and third readings of proposed resolution 239-2022. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Wireball, a second by Mr. McKeever.
Wireball,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers, Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed resolution 239-2022?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Young, a second by Ms. Sherrick.
Young,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers, Wireball,
Yes.
Potter.
Yes.
Proposed resolution 239-2022 is duly adopted. Proposed resolution 240-2022, do I hear, I'm sorry. For the second and third readings of proposed resolution 240-2022, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Spiegel, a second by Mr. Wireball.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed resolution 240-2022?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Sherrick, a second by Mr. McKeever.
Sherrick,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Resolution 240-2022 is duly adopted. Resolution 241-2022 for the second and third readings of proposed resolution 241-2022. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So
So-
moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Spiegel, a second.
Nope, Young.
Young.
Oh, sorry. I have a motion by Mr. Young, a second by Ms. Sherrick.
Young,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter.
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed resolution 241-2022?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Wireball, a second by Mr. Potter.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Resolution 241-2022 is duly adopted.
Madam President,
Yes, sir.
I want to make a motion to refer the, ODOT bridge inspection to Public Lands and Buildings and Finance, and then the 2023 OPWC project to Service and Finance Committee for Thursday.
You said the ODOT bridge was going to Public Lands and Buildings
And Finance.
And Finance.
And the OPWC
The Service
project
and
to
Finance.
Service and Finance.
Okay. I have a motion by Mr. McKeever.
Oh, second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Wireball. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any old or unfinished business?
Do have some old business, I
Okay.
guess. I just want to, since we are here, I hope to, Terry and I have spoke about it, I get with the rest of the Finance Committee and the mayor, we went to talk about the tax, tax forgiveness this week, so I kind of want to make an announcement so that nobody thinks we're sneaking in there trying to do anything, so, just so the public knows.
Anybody else?
That'll make it fun.
All right. Do we have any new or miscellaneous business needing addressed?
Madam President,
Yes.
is I don't want to say where it's at, but a certain facility in a residential neighborhood that Salvation Army, are they gonna want to bring that up this Thursday? Do you know anything about that, John? Should we have that referred?
No, that's gotta go to the Board of Zoning Appeals.
Okay, that's fine. That's why I didn't want to mention it until we knew what it was for.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's gonna be a Board of Zoning Appeals hearing meeting on November 1st,
Okay.
4 PM here in council chambers.
To let everybody know, it is about Maple Crest. The Salvation Army is wanting to use the facility, so I was given information Saturday at the Kiwanis Airport.
Can I speak to that? Since Mr. McKeever mentioned it, I guess I'll talk a little bit about the issue that's going on there. Maple Crest, the assisted living on Rogers Street, that is in an R3 urban neighborhood residential zoning district, and it's a non-conforming use in that district. And it's a unique facility in that the living quarters that they do have, I believe they have a restroom, but they don't have, they have a common bathroom, bathing area. And so that makes it really hard to repurpose in any other way. And one of the things that may be a good fit is having the Salvation Army move into that facility. But in its current form, it's really tough. And the one thing we don't want to have happen with that facility is to have it just sit there and stagnate and become a blight on the neighborhood. And we have other buildings in town that are empty because it's hard for them to get repurposed. One that comes to mind is the old Ponderosa building. That just sits there. Another one is the old Swan building. People have tried to repurpose that, but they're so unique that it's difficult to get another use in there. And so there is a proposal out there to move the Salvation Army into that Maple Crest building, and it may be a really good fit. So that's something we're going to discuss at the Board of Zoning Appeals hearing November 1st. Thank you.
What time?
4 PM. Thank you.
Thanks.
Anybody else have any new or miscellaneous business? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Ms. Sherrick. All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned at 7:35.